You good? Alright. Alright guys, I'm Christian. So today I'm going to inform you guys on electrical cars. So when I was younger, I had a job detailing cars, right? And when I was detailing this one car, this wealthy business owner, I noticed how sleek it was and how just everything about the car flowed, and it was so nice. And I wanted to know more about it, right? So I talked to this guy. I said, "Hey, what's up with your car? You know, it's one of those new Tesla cars." And he told me, he said, "Hey Christian, you know, in the whole year of ownership of this car, I haven't had to pay a cent of gasoline." So I guess the motivation in the speech, guys, is when I inform you on electric cars, this is going to teach you how to save money in the near future and have a more informed opinion of how to save money and how to have a more informed decision on making your next automobile choice. So the three central ideas of my speech are going to be the basic mechanics of electrical cars. It's going to be how efficient electrical cars are and how they play a practical use in today's society. So to begin with, guys, let's compare the electrical car to a gasoline car, just because that's the status quo, if you will. So in gasoline cars, you need air, fuel, and internal combustion to create power within the engine. Well, with electric cars, you have an electric motor, obviously, but within this, it has instantaneous torque or power because it uses just one electrical current to produce that. So the biggest difference between electrical cars and gasoline cars is that with gasoline cars, we know we have transmissions too. And that's where electrical cars are very different, where there's a lack of a transmission and gearbox. And Chris Woodford and how electrical cars work stated that in electric motors, there's one continuous gear. So the way that works is now you delete having a complete gearbox and transmission, and with that, you have one continuous gear that creates a very fluid acceleration and deceleration. So with that brings my next point of the fuel source. So in gasoline cars, you obviously use gas or diesel, depending on the engine. And with electrical cars, you have battery packs. And in these battery packs, there's different types of batteries, obviously. So in our phones today, in watches, phones, we have lithium-ion batteries. Lithium-ion batteries are relatively light. They can store a lot of power, and they are very useful in cars to where they upscale these, and they can go miles on end, just like regular gasoline cars. So this segues my next point of people ask, okay, well, how efficient are electric cars? Now, the EPA states that for every 33.7 kilowatts used to recharge your car, that's the equivalent of spending 1 gallon of gasoline. So in today's market, you have $3 of gas right around there. So it would take $3 to charge a car that gets whatever MPG that is. Now, GM also states that their Chevy Spark, the Scion also states that their IQ, these cars get around 120 MPGe. That's the rating that they have. And that's how the EPA converts MPG from electrical vehicles to gasoline vehicles. So if you think about it, you get 120 miles of using your car and $3 of gasoline. So obviously these are very, very efficient vehicles. Which also brings me to my last point, because a lot of people say, okay, well, electric cars, electricity, my phone takes an hour and a half to charge as is. That's a pain. So the way that electrical cars in the beginning, around 2012 when the Model S came out with Tesla and the Nissan Leaf came out, we had AC chargers that would take 4 to 6 hours to charge your entire vehicle, right? So this is how they play a practical use, because now we have direct current or DC chargers that can charge your vehicle from 0 to 80% in 20 minutes, which is very, that's substantial. It takes me 15 minutes to go pump my gas and go grab a snack in the gas station and come back, right? So with that, you guys, also brings the point of, okay, well, where can I charge my electrical vehicle? If you guys ever notice at the Spectrum, if you ever notice at the Brand Mall, any big shopping center will have an EV or electrical vehicle station. And with these, if you have a Tesla, their own charging stations actually are complementary. So if I was to go on a road trip in a Tesla, you could essentially get free gasoline, quote unquote, or electricity on the way as you guys go. So that's how electrical cars play such a practical use in today's society. So in this speech, guys, what I talked to you guys about was, one, the basic mechanics of electrical cars and how they differ from gasoline cars, because we all know gasoline cars today and they're, what they essentially have. Secondly, I talked to you guys about how efficient electrical vehicles are. And lastly, I talked to you guys about how practical today electrical cars are in today's society and how they play a very significant role in our further, in our transportation in the near future. So, thank you guys for.